Hayi Kaizer Chiefs iyadribulana. Utututu sanakile ithi step over, utututu ithi spy 2. Akekho beka expect ukuthi such thing can happen. We already thought ukuthi Fernando da Cruz is the man for that head coach job for Kaizer Chiefs. But mase kuqhamuka indaba from Sky Sports News reporting that Dwight York was in talks with Kaizer Chiefs. It simply means ukuthi there's something that is happening that you don't know of. But asikho lapho. Sanibonani football lovers, welcome to PKS Sports. Igama lami Mbonga Inkosi. Ngithemba ukuthi ni kahle, niyaphila. Danko. Today we'll talk about three things. It's a coach and two players. Dwight York, Khanyisa Mayo, and uPercy Tau. Kodwa ke ngaphambi ukuthi siye kude ngicela ningisize ngokulike nokusubscribe to the channel if awukaka subscribe. Kodwa ke mase usubscribe ile danko kaningi. Asivele sihlala udabeni. Kona it is surprising ukuthi you'll find that iKaizer Chiefs held talks with a coach uDwight York, but ama journalists are telling us ukuthi iKaizer Chiefs have already agreed on terms with Fernando da Cruz. Asazi ukuthi sibambe yipi siyeke yipi, because now it's like even if we report we are lying, because we report based on what we're being told by what? By people that have a credibility in terms of reporting. Mthokozi Sidube of FIFA Post and Umeki Jr., South Africa's, not South Africa, but Africa's best journalist. So which is which, to be honest? Let's talk. Because even if you can do a comparison between these two coaches, Dwight York and Fernando da Cruz, Fernando da Cruz edges Dwight York. Dwight York as a player, he was phenomenal. Take nothing away from him. He can score goals. He won big things with Manchester United. Une UEFA Champions League. Une English FA Cup. Une English Premier League trophy. He's well decorated as a player. But as a coach, he's not. And for a club like Kaizer Chiefs, I think he won't survive even 3 months at Chiefs. Looking at the profile of Dwight York, I only got to Guti. He coached a national team in Trinidad and Tobago, an island of a country. And he is English and also he has a citizenship of that country. So logo kuchaza ukuthi experience wise, he doesn't have much experience for a club like Kaizer Chiefs. We know within coaching, sometimes the coaches that we believe might do the job, they fail. And the ones that we didn't think they might, they succeed. But for York, I believe it's going to be a mountain to climb. Especially after the fans that didn't want a bare minimum from the co-coaches, but they want someone with a profile that will allow Kaizer Chiefs to be a team that will be competitive come next season. And Fernando da Cruz might not be that ideal coach, but in terms of experience and his profile, he's far better than Dwight York. So I'm seated here as a fan. Do I think Dwight York, even if it happens with Kaizer Chiefs announces him as a head coach, will he succeed at Chiefs? To be honest, I don't think so. I'd rather prefer Fernando da Cruz, because at least I know okay, he's capable. I've watched videos of the teams that he coached. I've seen okay, there's actually something that you see in a club that is being coached by Fernando da Cruz. He has the requirements. He has the papers to coach. And experience-wise, he's far ahead of Dwight. Yes, it was said he held talks with the Kaizer Chiefs. That does not mean ukuthi they've agreed ukuthi he will be the next head coach for Kaizer Chiefs. And the Kaizer Chiefs on the 19th, on Friday, they are leaving for preseason. They are going to Germany. They have to announce a coach in the course of this week. Will they do it? We don't know. And now we are left in the dark. We are in suspense. We don't know what is actually happening. Of which I get what they are trying to do. And it might work for them. They keep us in suspense. We cannot predict anything. They just surprise us with the coach and the signings. Whether we complain or we don't complain, iPhone ball. They also have to finalize some players that will be released. So, but you as a fan, what do you think? Between these two coaches, who would you prefer as the next head coach for Kaizer Chiefs? So this is a lesson to everyone. But now, the only thing we should wait to see is when a team actually announces a coach. Because this thing of relying on journalists, sometimes ibuye yenze ngazathi thina as reporting news ukuthi ayi sinamanga and we can lose credibility. Kodwa ke asikho lapho. Let's move to the next topic. I want us to talk about uKhanyisa Mayo. What do you think Kaizer Chiefs should do? Especially kule situation yakhe with his parent club, CR Belouizdad. Because it was said ukuthi his future now lies in the hands of the new appointed club president of CR Belouizdad. And that simply means one thing, before he returns there, they have to settle their debt with Cape Town City, pay the outstanding balance, and then they sort out their differences with Ukhanyisa Mayo, if he's still keen on playing for CR Belouizdad. And with the Kaizer Chiefs, we know very well Guti, he is a capable player. It's just Guti. So far, nothing good has happened in his side. In 15 games, he managed to score 2 goals. And we know Guti, he's capable, he can score more than that. And you look at the age, he's 27. He can still play 3 seasons at Chiefs and contribute more in terms of goals and assists. But also Kaizer Chiefs nabo, they might decide that, okay, even if we let him go, we have options here at home. Tshegofatso Mabasa is another striker. I believe tonight he might be signed if things go well. They meet the terms and then they agree on something and then they'll decide that, okay, you are now a Kaizer Chiefs player. He's another player you know he is capable of scoring. Depth is important at Chiefs. Because in a club, you know, when you make a signing, that signing should be better than the players you have currently. He scored 8 goals in the season that just ended. Lilepo was on 8 goals, 4 assists. Flavio Silva scored 10 goals. The difference is not that huge, but he played lesser games here. He knows his way around the box and he knows where the goalposts are. He can score. I'm not trying to convince you, Uti, it might be a good deal, but you have to consider this not only as a fan, but to think of the future of the club. Now Ukhanyisa Mayo, I want him to stay at Chiefs, but it will depend whether Kaizer Chiefs they see it okay. Should we buy him permanently because he's still left with 1 year in his contract with CR Belouizdad? Or they'd rather opt for a free agent they know very well ukuthi they won't spend much. It will only cost them ukuthi bambhadale monthly kuma-salary packages. And you know ukuthi kuChokgofatso Mabasa, he can average 8 goals and above in a single season because he has been consistent for 3 seasons now in a row. And he's able to adapt to our situations and our environments, even if he goes from one club to another. Khanyisa Mayo was not a bad player for Chiefs this season. Injuries got the better out of him and lack of game time. Because Flavio Silva made sure Guti he wins not only the hearts of us as a fan, but his work speaks for itself. Then let's talk about uPercy Tau, Lion of Judah. Amanye wama-player ke I'd say ukuthi bazenzele igama and nemali bayenzile because he traveled, he won everything he could win as a player. Now he's only playing, I'd say, because he loves the game, but there's nothing left of him anymore. I don't think there's nothing that he can offer Kaizer Chiefs, even if they could attempt to try and sign him. I don't think he might be the player that he was 5 years ago. A player of his pedigree, we have to just respect him. He did well for himself and he made a name for himself. But now, age is no longer on his side and performances also are no longer there. It will be experience. But signing a player that is 32 as a forward, it's like you are gambling and you know what it won't pay off. Would you take uPercy Tau even if Kaizer Chiefs decided, let's sign him? Asaz, you tell me in the comment section.